Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversation. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
You're watching The Whole Living Show on Trajectory TV.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of The Whole Living Show. And as always, beautiful people out there, we have amazing guests waiting backstage. But before I bring my guests in, I just wanted to talk to you about something that's in the latest news. And we don't know exactly what this means yet, but we do know that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has ousted now all of the panel from the CDC. Now, we're not sure exactly what this is going to mean for us going forward. However, we do know that there have been, some disagreements, right, in government in regards to vaccinations and whether or not they're good and what's been happening lately with them. So it'll be interesting to see now what happens with the new panel that he's going to assign to the CDC and what, their mission will be when it comes to the Center for Disease Control. So I just wanted to mention that even though these things are happening around us, right, we still have to be individual advocates for our own health, right? And you have to take a look at the medicinal along with the holistic. I always like to promote both here because I think both are necessary, and that's my opinion. But be an advocate for yourself. Do your research, do your homework on anything that you're learning from doctors, anything that you're reading online, and then make sure that you're getting the best information for you, but also listen to your own intuition, listen to your body to figure out, what's best for you when it comes to taking measures around what's needed for your health. So I often understand, because I had a doctor that told me years ago when I got pregnant with my son. He's 18 now, so that was over 19 years ago. But that said to me, don't take everything that you read online to heart. Make sure that you're coming to me, asking questions, make sure that you're doing more research. And I always appreciated my doctor for that. So it taught me how to start to be an advocate for myself. And then, years later, I had breast cancer, as you all know, and I started doing a lot of research around that as well, so that I could figure out, what was best for me and how to move forward. And I did mix the holistic practices with the medical practices in order to take care of myself. But you have to do what's right for you. You have to listen to your own body. You have to do your own research. Just don't take everything that you're hearing on the news and information that's coming in just to heart without doing some things on your own. So I just wanted to mention that, don't be alarmed by what's happening, so much so that you stop listening to your own body and that you stop being your own advocate. All right. So everybody out there, we have the beautiful couple backstage. We have Ginine Emily and Mr. Tracy Lee Smith. They are the co-founders of Hearts in Sync Productions, international keynote speakers, award-winning singers, songwriters, and producers. These powerhouse storytellers are veterans of the music, stage, and the corporate world who have transformed personal adversity into a mission of hope and healing. And we're going to get into that on the show. With their signature blend of music, humor, and raw storytelling, they ignite breakthroughs and build bridges where words alone fall short. And now, guess what? They have something great coming to you right here on Trajectory, TV. They're bringing it all to the screen with Rockstar Diaries, Healing Out Loud, a bold variety show featuring real stories of pain turned into purpose and the ripple effects of everyday heroes. So I want you to give them a virtual round of applause. Woo! We are bringing in.
Let's do it. Woo! Amen on top of, amen on top of, hallelujah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And I have to say, I enjoyed watching you backstage as the intro to the show was playing and the two of you were dancing. So I have to give a special shout out to the beautiful Mrs. Brandy Johnson who did that intro for me, because the music is amazing. I love it. And it always has me dancing. And I see my guests backstage dancing. So she did that right.
Music is healing. It's just so awesome to have music. You can't live without it. Really, you can't.
Yeah, I agree. And what a great segue into, what we're here for, right? Because that's a big part of your lives, right? Is music. So let's talk about that a little bit more, about just music and healing and why it's so effective.
Good question. You want to start on that?
I know it healed me through a lot of dark times that, you're talking about being an advocate. I was an advocate for my wife when, my former wife, when she was in the hospital. She had an 11-year battle with breast cancer, and she passed in 2021. And this is just the whole story behind that. Everything that if I wasn't in the hospital with her, she would have died earlier and earlier. And just be an advocate. And what they're doing in Washington right now, I'm glad they're shaking it up. They're doing something different because the government needs to wake up when it comes to cancer.
Yeah.
You can't tell me there's no cure out there. There's got to be a cure somewhere. So, I'm an advocate for everybody when it comes to cancer.
Yeah,
we don't want anybody to go through that stuff. In fact, my brother's going through it right now. God bless you, Steve.
Yes.
I hope you get well.
Pennsylvania.
In Jesus' name. Love you, brother.
Yeah. We really liked when you said advocate. We were backstage saying, "Oh, she is like the perfect match for us."
Yeah.
Sister from another mister. I tell you what.
Yes.
So on the music thing, I wanted to share this because as early as I could remember, music really was a powerhouse in my life. But one of the earliest memories was my dad had been killed and I was about 15. And all of my friends, I was in high school and all of my friends kind of ghosted me. And it's because they didn't know what to say and they didn't know how to act.
Yeah.
But my best friend, Allison, bless her soul, she's up in heaven now. She and I were in her bedroom, laying on the carpet, sitting on, and remember that was back when we had actual record players, and no CDs, no digitized music, nothing. And we had Journey, the Journey album on, and that song, Who's Crying Now, came on, and I started bawling. And she just held me and cried with me.
Amen.
She didn't have to say one word. And that's the thing, is that when people don't know when words, sometimes can't speak, it's the music, right? It just touches you in the heart and in the mind.
Yeah, absolutely. I was listening to I had watched the Jamie Foxx special, who he had recently gone through some medical issues, and he was in a coma. And he said one of the things that brought him through is his daughter. He's very musically inclined, but he said that his daughter came to his hospital room, and she's young. She's like 15 years old, I think, but she plays guitar. And she said, I know what my dad needs. And she went to his room and she started playing the guitar. And he said that's what lifted his spirit. That's what got him well. And she just continued that every day until, he was, brought back to health. But he said he knows that that's what sparked, the change in him, was her coming in with the music. So how powerful.
I love that story.
Yeah. How powerful is that? I mean, I just, when I'm stressed out, or even I just need a moment, it's always, I always go to music first. Like, that's my first thing to go to.
Oh, absolutely. When I first moved here to Texas, I love telling the story because I felt so free and fearless. And I'm out in my backyard and I bought a house with a pool and I was so excited, and I'm in my bathing suit, because I came from Washington State where it was always gray and gloomy and raining. And so the sun alone was healing. But that hailstorm song, Here's to Us, and it has the F word in it, but I'm like, it's like a female empowerment song. And I'm like singing at the top of my lung this song and dancing around the pool like nobody's watching. And I'm like, oh, the neighbors, like, whoops. Thankfully, we have very, very nice neighbors.
Awesome.
I was going to say, I'm sure that the music blessed them too.
Oh, man.
We'll do some crazy stuff. We'll have the kitchen windows open and be like singing like, hey, how you doing?
Hey,
like Robert Goulet and Ethel Merman.
Yeah.
Like, we're singing and then we go on walks with our dogs and then we meet up with them. We can hear you. That's all right. We're crazy, we know.
And then you start thinking, oh no, did I yell at my husband?
I love it.
We're total bliss.
She said it was real life. It's the whole living show. We got to be honest.
That's right. So
we are a godly match. I am not kidding you. From her, the West Coast, me, the East Coast, to meet here, like in Dallas, Texas area, it's like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
Really,
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about your love story and how you met.
Oh, we love telling the story, and we talked about it on Dr. Lauren's show, Bathrobe Moments, and when it first happened, like I said, I moved here from Seattle to Texas in 2021. And that was, still during COVID. And I had given up on love, number one, because I had been divorced and single for 22 years and tried the dating thing. And I won't get into detail about that. But I truly, I was like, God, I'm good being single. Like, I don't want to get into that online dating thing. I don't go out to bars. Like, I'm just good with this. I'm grateful for everything that you've given me. And I just given up. On love. And, some other things had happened in Seattle that just were heartbreaking. And then I moved to Texas, right, to start a whole new life and business and everything. And my friends are like, Ginine, don't you think it's time? You're in Texas, new guys, new world. And they signed me up on farmers.com. And I'm a total city girl. I am not a farmer's wife. And they did it as a joke, okay? And also Christian Mingle.
Okay.
And so, I wasn't being too serious with it. Online dating is like a second job sometimes. Oh. And you'll hear from him in a moment. But I met this guy. We hadn't talked or anything. It was just a few back and forths online through Christian Mingle. And then he went away. Like he just disappeared. And I'm like, oh, thanks for ghosting me. And I'll let you take it from here.
Well, I don't know if a lot of people know the platform, but you can sign up for, I signed up for 6 months because I'm thinking it might take a while, to find that perfect someone. You know what I mean? So I'm on there and then I'm getting all these weird messages from Christian ladies. Like,
sexters.
Can we go off the site so you can watch me pole dance?
What?
Catfish
and yeah.
So all kind of crazy stuff. And then people impersonating, they're not what's on the picture.
Mm-hmm.
And they won't do a video chat with you because they're not what's on the picture.
Right.
So I'm a detective and I have a friend in the real estate business and I seen someone's a realtor on there. I know, my friend can say, oh, that is not the person.
And he's naive, right? You have to remember he was married for 30 years,
wow.
Has 4 kids, 3 grandkids. Totally naive. He never on the online dating.
Yeah.
It was actually your son-in-law that talked you into signing up.
This is so me being in the dating scene again after 30 years is like, well, it's the nightmare in itself. But I started noticing all these people that really shouldn't have been on Christian Mingle, and I was actually reporting them to Christian Mingle.
Good.
And but before I did that, I was asking people, why are you doing this? And it was a full-time ministry for me. I am not kidding. Full-time. So
you were called to Christian Mingle to minister to people.
I was. And so I'm on there, and then all of a sudden, I get kicked off of Christian Mingle. I call them up, and they said, wait a minute, we got to talk to the supervisor. I'm on hold for 10 minutes. They get back to me and said, we looked over your account, we looked over everything. We don't know why you were kicked off. But the system automatically refunds you your money. So I had 6 months refunded to me, and I said, you have to go online again and sign back on. So I said, okay. So I tried signing back on, but I had to prove who I was again to make sure my license, an electric bill or whatever they wanted, with my address on it. So they knew it was me legit. So, okay, I'll do all that. All right. So I got to talk to her again because I saw her post and I'm like, ooh, she's a musician. She's pretty. I got to get a hold of her. Something's going on there, and here.
Yeah.
Something's going on.
Oh.
So took a month.
So a month away, I kept calling them up like 2 weeks. I'm going, why aren't you guys taking my money? It would not accept it. There was something going on. I said, just take it over the phone. No, we can't do that. You got to wait till it accepts. So a month goes by and it clicks on and I go, boom. I immediately go to Ginine and I say, hey, even if we don't, date, maybe we can put a band together. My daughter's saying, we'll have a great band, that kind of thing.
Imagine me, just to put yourself in my shoes. He disappears for a month, and that's the first message I get. He had sent me a couple other messages before that I didn't receive because technology is not perfect, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the first message, and I'm like, well, that's kind of weird, but okay, sure.
Let's do it.
Sure, let's do this. And so we made a date that week.
So it was actually the day before Halloween. Remember this, Friday night, we went out to eat and we went to a piano bar.
Nice.
Right? And this piano bar, they have 2 like dueling pianos, and there's actually a band behind it eventually, and all these guys rotate. It's really talented musicians. If you've never been there, you got to go see it.
And I don't know him from Adam,
So we're trying to break the ice, just the 2 of us there. And this is after we ate dinner. We went there after dinner. And so there's 2 bachelorette parties in the building.
Oh,
so there's some crazy, just should we be here kind of stuff, like, you know. And then so they give like $20 for a request for a song, and these guys have to play it, right? So you got to picture this keyboard player. He'd like big guns. I mean, big tattoos, and he's a really big guy. And he's going, I'm not going to do this song. And they're going, yes, you have to. We paid you the $20. You took the $20. You have to do the song. I'm not doing the song. Yes, you will. So he starts playing the song, and he's playing. He goes, I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. We lost it.
That was like
the groundbreaker.
All was said and done. We're like, oh my gosh.
So eventually, you know, it was a God ordained thing. We got married, and then one of the songs that we did,
at our wedding was Barbie.
The Barbie song.
Yeah. It was.
I love that. That's such a cute story.
So I got to tell you again what happened right after I went on a date with her, and Christian Mingle kicked me off for the second time.
Oh no.
And I don't know why, but they refunded my money
again.
And I'm still dating her, so I don't need that anymore.
Right.
So God gave me the perfect woman.
Oh my God.
Free.
You're so cheesy.
Yeah.
Free.
Well, it was just meant for you to go back to get in touch with her, and then
That's like God saying, you don't need to go any further.
That they kicked you off again. No, it's such a cute love story. Like it's so cute, and it's so much fun. It sounds like so much fun too. Just the start of it all. But I know that you two told me backstage that you have a beautiful love song that you wrote for each other. No, we definitely want you to spoil us with a little bit of your love song.
And that's another thing with us in songwriting, is that we don't have any problem songwriting together. It just meshes, just like boom.
Yeah.
So like in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, we can come up with a whole entire song, which is really amazing.
That is amazing.
I never had that in my life before with anybody, with any musicians I used to play with. So it really is a cool thing. She's so talented, can sing, write songs. She had songs placed on TV. I had songs placed on TV. So it's like, you know, we didn't have to do it together. She's a pioneer on her own.
Oh,
amazing.
But we have Sometimer's disease, which means sometimes we remember, sometimes we don't. And I forget my own lyrics sometimes. So we haven't practiced the song in a while. So just give us grace. No,
I'm probably on national television here. 7 billion people. So let's see if we can remember the words. All right, that's like a jinx right there.
Oh,
it's gonna be beautiful. Okay? That sounds good.
Okay.
That's a G chord. See that? That's that for anybody out there who doesn't know, that was a G chord.
$100. No.
You know, the thing about it is that we really can teach you how to play music flawlessly.
Wow.
And we usually don't. We usually don't do it. She says don't
do it.
Because this is what I'm paid for in this partnership here. I'm paid for the comedy in this partnership. So it's not because I look like Brad Pitt. Yeah. But
that's our backstage joke, everybody.
So if $100, we would normally give this out to someone because it's a lot. We have decades of experience in music.
We're that old.
So when we offer this for $100, that would be totally worth it to somebody to learn this secret of music.
Yeah.
But we offer it for $29.95. But for today and you, we're gonna just skip down, the 30-minute spiel, tell you exactly the secret. You ready for this? Okay, you know how when you practice and you hit that chord, when you practice and you hit a bad note, what you do then is you play it until you don't hit a bad note anymore. That's the secret. Okay.
Practice.
All right.
Practice.
That's the secret. Don't let anybody fool you. That is the secret.
That is the secret. All right. I got that. I agree. And I agree.
Okay. So this is a song we have. It's called
Creme de la creme.
Creme de la creme. I see you
And you see me. Oh, sparks are flying.
Can't you see it's you and me? Angels fly, fireworks in the sky. You're a good girl in my dreams. Won't you come sit with me?
I never thought I'd love like this again.
You pull me out, up and away.
Me out of the grave, my love light shines within.
You pull me out, up and away.
You're the soul lit fire under my skin. You're the creme de la creme. You're the creme de la creme.
You're for me,
A diddly-dee. Oh, skies are smiling.
I need to see my honeybee.
You're the one till the day I die.
Everybody knows I am an story.
I never thought I'd love like this again.
You pull me out, up and away.
Pull me out of the grave, my love light shines within.
Pull me out, up and away.
You're the soul lit fire under my skin. You're the creme de la creme. You're the creme de la creme. Ah, you're the creme de la creme. Ah, you're the creme de la creme. Ah,
I found you.
and now I believe. Oh, sparks are flying.
Woo!
I'd love like this again.
You pull me out, up and away.
Out of the grave, my love light shines within.
Pull me
Out, up and away. So lit fire under my skin. I never thought I'd love like this again.
You pull me out, up and away.
Out of the grave, my love light shines within. Your soul lit fire under my skin. You're the creme de la creme. Ah, you're the creme de la creme. Ah, you're the creme de la creme. Ah,
I see you.
and you see. Oh, sparks are flying.
Woo! I love that. So I have to say that you both sound great on your own, but when the harmony comes in, it's like boom. You know, like it sounds really great together.
You can't plan that.
Yeah.
That's a God thing. That's what we're talking
And
about.
what's
Yeah,
weird,
I agree.
because you're a singer too, Tracy. What's weird is we'll start writing a song, and not with the idea that either of us is a lead singer. We're just doing a duet every time, but we don't know who's going to sing harmony at any given time. We just let it flow.
Yeah.
We let the energy flow, and whatever comes out comes out. You know what I mean? And it's glorious because sometimes he does harmony, sometimes I do, and it's just magical.
And you know what? If you went to heartsoulrevival.com, album or CD,
we released the album
Let me
January.
put that up too. Heartsoulrevival.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was, I just have to say, like he said, we've collaborated, we've songwritten with lots of people out there, but when we got together, we were so aligned on so many different things, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, you know, the heart. But when it came to style, I was in a rock band, a Christian rock band for 9 years, and he had been doing soul worship songs. Before that,
Before that, I was
he was a rocker,
80s
too.
rocker.
And so when we got together, we had to okay, redefine our sound, and really, really worked hard on it, because it did not come naturally. You know what I'm talking about? The whole vibe of, is it Americana? Is it worship? Is it rock? Is it blues? We just went with our hearts, and we worked with a producer that worked so hard for us. So we're so proud of this record because of the long hours. Many hours.
The beauty of it is, though, that you have, such a variety in your background, in both of your backgrounds, right? That you could bring pretty much anything together, right? Once the energies kind of match on whatever you're writing, because you have so many different styles that you can tap into. So that's beautiful in and of itself.
Thank you.
Yeah. But I love the harmony. So I want to talk a little bit about something that you mentioned backstage. You were talking about energy, and this is kind of to segue even into what you're going to be doing next. But you can see and feel the energy between the two of you. And you can hear it in your singing right together and in the harmony. So talk about why that energy is so important in your relationship, and then what you're bringing forth to other people to help them get through whatever it is that they're going through to heal.
You want to take it first? Or do
I
you want me
don't
to?
know where to start with that.
Well, okay. I first want to just shout out why energy is important to me, because I didn't have it for so many years.
Yeah.
I have health problems that I was dealing with, and I struggled with depression and anxiety, and the bad weather did not help. And so when you go from a state of total burnout, and I went on a mission to find that energy and to do whatever it took. And some people think that it's all about either working out, like the physical part of it. And that is important. Movement is so important. We have to move our bodies. God did not create us to be in a chair sitting all day, right? But and then the food is important, and I really just went out there and figured out what foods were making me sick, and then what my body was missing. Super shakes. I don't want to get into detail, because I could talk for this for hours. Like you probably know, you are a coach on all of this, but it was a process that I went through for years, for many years. But when I started working on the internal self, that I didn't realize how much the bullies in my head were affecting me, and the negative thoughts that were saying, you're not good enough. Who do you think you are? Things from my past that sometimes we forget about, right? And those thoughts are there. It's so much. And when I started working on the inner self and my faith and all of that, was when things really, really started to change and transform for me. And again, it was so many different things. Do you want to?
Yes. And, the thing about this is, when you want to get your health right, you're in a stage. You start off the day. How do you start off the day? You start off correctly. What do you do? What are the things that you do to start off? She gave me these tidbits and told me some things, and it actually transformed me. I mean, imagine a guy who's been married for 30 years, and then have to, go to a whole new person and understand that person's feelings and their health needs and all that kind of stuff like that. And I have to conform, but it was easy.
You can't eat Arby's every single day.
So, and then when she's talking about the bullies in your mind, that really is a subject for me, because it's like bullies in your mind. It's like you have a war in your mind. And you can well, if she says this, then I'm going to say that back. And when she says that back, I'm going to say that back to her, and she's going to know exactly how I think. And if she says something beyond that, I'm going to say this. Well, you could do that all day long. Prepare for that. That's never going to happen, but you're prepared for it. But why? You're wasting your time. It's mental fatigue.
Mental fatigue. And that is something that we talk about, is going from burnout to brilliance. We're keynote speakers, and we have a special way of presenting our messages in corporate conferences because of my experience in the corporate world. I mean, I was in leadership management at Microsoft and Verizon. You know, it was killing me, and I'm not blaming the corporations. Okay, I am not. It was killing me a lot. Like, I was a walking zombie, was not taking care of myself. In 2010, I almost died. I ended up in the hospital. My heart did stop.
Wow.
And that's when my transformation started happening, was 2010. But I was letting it get to me. And so we're taking everything that we've learned from personal experience, the toxic behaviors in the corporate world, the not taking care of yourself, all of those things, and putting it into our message, you know, along with music and comedy and all that. But that's really important to us, because without energy, you could be in a mansion with a Lamborghini, and it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's not about what you own. It's about how you feel and the energy.
Yeah. I love that.
If we're able to move on at our age and to start a new chapter, it's actually a new book, to start up new, start a new business, start, you know, things that happened to me in the last 3-4 years, which, you know, my whole entire life prior to that, I was not an international best-selling author that I am now. You know what I mean? I didn't go to Romania. I went to Romania. And there was so many amazing things that happened in my life. Us two getting together, writing the music together, doing that, and putting out keynote speeches. I didn't do that stuff before. I mean, I was on stage doing in church and stuff like that, but not the way we're doing it now.
Yeah.
You know, to actually make money at music now. Wow. You know what I'm saying? This is like.
And we can teach you too how to make money in the business world.
And I love that you're combining like all of your experience with the music and bringing in the laughter, right, and all of that, and taking that, because I'm a former corporate America individual as well, and I swear that, you know, having breast cancer was just a result of, like you said, Ginine, me not taking, I can't blame it on the corporation. It was just me not taking care of myself in that space. Right. And me not having the right energy in that space, especially towards, you know, the time when I got breast cancer. So, and I recognized that after the fact, of course, but that was my wake up call. That was God's way of saying, hey, I need you to pay attention. To your energy, right?
Oh, and praise God, because you're here today and you look amazing.
Thank you.
We're so grateful for you, Tracy.
Thank you. And I'm grateful for the two of you too. And I love what you're doing, because it's so necessary in that space. People get locked into, you know, kind of the day-to-day, what they call like the rat race, right? I worked in New York City for years. So they called it the rat race, but people get so locked into that, and then it becomes a whole mindset, you know, it becomes just a way of being, and it shouldn't be. It should be, you know, let me go and do a good job, but let me also be a whole person, right? Let me also make sure that I'm exuding some positivity in the lives of the people that are here in this space, right? So you have to get locked into knowing who you are in that space first, which I didn't realize until after breast cancer. Well, I always say to people, like, breast cancer was the best thing that happened to me, because I changed and like you guys, right now I'm an international best-selling author. Now I'm a speaker, and now I'm a TV show host now. But I was just a corporate America worker at the time. And my energy just got so bad around it, because I wasn't spending time with my family the way that I should have. And then, you know, all of those things started to like have me on the decline. So I love what you're doing, because it's so necessary in that space. People need you guys, big time, particularly there, to bring life back to it. You know, that's how I feel about it. Like, you're bringing life back into a space where I feel like people they're dead alive, right? You know, they're walking around dead, but they're alive, right? And it's so.
What I like to stress is that, you know, within our name, Rockstar Diaries, is that you climbing out of what you had to go through and become a better person, to help other people.
Yeah.
That's the rock star ripple effect. So you are in fact the rock star. You don't have to be a musician and blah, blah, blah. No, the rock star is those who persevered and came through, survivors, and are able to tell others and help others. And that's what our new show is going to be all about. Like what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why we're right after your show at 7 o'clock on Wednesday, starting June 25th.
Yes.
And I think that was another match made in heaven because, you know, we're just so aligned, and we're really, really excited because we have been interviewing guests and some of the stories, they touch us like no other anything else can touch you.
There's like a lot of moisture in the room, you know, it's like coming down, it's evaporating in my eyes. All over. I don't know what that's called. Onions? I don't know.
That's just joy. It's joy.
It's joy.
Because when you go from pain to purpose, you can only be grateful, you know, and you can only have joy around that. So I always keep, I keep like some type of tissue napkin around me because I never know what stories are coming from the beautiful people that come on the show. But I love that so much. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then I want to talk about Rockstar Diaries and some of, you know, the hopes and aspirations and all the beautiful things that you're going to do there. We're going to say this again. It's going to be on right after the Whole Living Show, everyone. That is 7 p.m. Central and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you're going to want to make sure that you tune in starting June 25th, right? That's the date?
Yes.
All right. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to come back to talk about Rockstar Diaries. And the other part of that title is Healing Out Loud. And I love that too, because we should be very vocal about our healing so that we can help to heal ourselves and then heal someone else. All right, here we go. We're going to take this break, and then we'll be right back with Tracy and Ginine. Right, and we are back, and we're going to bring back Tracy and Ginine because we don't want to delay talking about Rockstar Diaries.
You're so sweet.
I love you guys. I want to know all the amazing things that you plan on doing on Rockstar Diaries. Give us little tidbits of how you're going to bring that healing, joyful power out, because I know you're going to bring people joy on this show.
I mean, so we will feature guests, and we're searching high and low in other countries as well for the guests, you know, that are perfect for the show, from pain to purpose, trauma to triumph. And it's going to be about the guest and bring creativity into it. So on top of that, we've been having so much fun. We walk our dog twice a day, every day, because as you know, you have no choice. Yeah. We get so creative on our walks.
I shudder to think what you want me to say here.
We have so much fun, and we come up with these ideas. Since we met, we believe that we should be writing for SNL, Saturday Night Live.
That is true.
And it all started when we went on a trip to Nashville, and we weren't married yet, and we got stuck on Highway 40. You know, Highway 40 from Texas to Nashville. Tell her about Highway 40.
Arkansas through Nashville. It's 2-lane highway, and it's. Are you still there?
I'm still here.
Okay. That's good. Our monitor went out for a second.
Woo! I can still see you as well.
So it's a 2-lane highway, to Nashville, and it's 70 miles an hour for trucks, 75 miles an hour for everybody else to get around the trucks.
There are so many trucks on the road.
So what happens is that one truck is passing the other truck.
And then they
was that a Starbucks over there? Darn it, we missed it.
Yeah,
you can't get off.
You cannot.
You can't
pass. You can't do anything.
So we were like, for 5 hours, we were just coming up with stupid stuff, And so it was like, so I'm going like, so tell me, Ginine, what's faster, getting behind a semi truck on Route 40, passing another semi truck on Route 40? What's faster, that or the end of the Vietnam War?
And he is a voice specialist. I'm going beyond his singing. He can come up with so many different voices.
I tell you, if you like to play cowbell, I will teach you the cowbell. I will play all the cowbell. You will be the best cowbell player in the whole world. And then you'll play the kazoo.
And so, did you know Dr. Lauren told us that people actually reach out to him thinking he's Lorne Michaels? like some weird thing like that, because we told him to Saturday Night Live, right? And so we thought, well, if we, can't get in front of Lorne Michaels, why don't we just start our own TV show and do some of these skits, right? And so we're going to bring in fellow actors. It's not just us. We're going to be doing some funny stuff. Like some funny stuff, and the music too. It's we have so many talented people in our inner circle and outside of our inner circle that need to be heard. And the music industry has just silenced so many independent artists, right? I mean, Spotify, there's like 1 million new songs every day uploaded. 50,000 or 1 million in a month. I don't know the exact stats, but we want our peeps, our people to have a voice, whether it's their story through song. Through song, you get 3 to 4 minutes to tell your story. Authors get a little bit longer. We want authors on our show. We want singers, songwriters from all walks of life. So their voice is heard, right? Because how else and some people are afraid. And I just have to tell the story. We interviewed some guests. One of them was so nervous. She's just in that space of being behind the scenes. She's a producer and she was so nervous. And afterwards she said, I wasn't nervous for even a second because you guys are so real. And I'm not saying that I'm saying that because we don't try to hide our faults. We don't try to hide anything. It's real life.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And we have the same coach, right? But Dr. Lauren Michaels Harris. And he talks about, this is the time for, real people, real life, like in television, real stories, right? And so you just made me think about that, because now you're bringing even more of that to the limelight, right? So that people can share these real stories and get real breakthroughs as a result of what they're able to share. So I love that you guys are doing that, and in a fun way, right? And I think people will be more open to share their stories because you're bringing, the fun to it, so it gives it a lightness while still being able to be serious enough to say, you know what, this is my pain, and now here's my purpose from that.
Yes. Yeah. And we're dreaming big. We are dreaming big to have. I was on a Zoom with Matthew McConaughey, and his storytelling. I mean, he has a book out, Green Lights, and his storytelling abilities and skills are off the charts. I learned from him, bringing all the 5 senses into it, bringing people there to that point, where you were in the hospital or you were here or there. And we're thinking big. I mean, we want all of our favorite people that we grew up adoring, in the music industry. We want to go everywhere. We want to take it on the road.
Yeah.
You know, have a whole crew with us, take it on the road, you know,
Yeah.
live. We're actually working with our church right now to do behind the scenes, because a lot of people ask, like, they show up to a church service where there's amazing music and all the bells and whistles, and, you know, and they say, what really goes on behind the curtain? You know, the Wizard of Oz, right?
I'm sure you have a lot to offer, and I will actually pay you $29.95 to give us some tricks. We're novices, and we got to learn all this stuff real in a hurry.
About StreamYard or
yeah,
what?
all that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Anytime. That's not a problem at all. So as we're about to close the show, we have like 5 more minutes before we close the show. Just want to know any like last things that you really want people to know about the two of you, about Rockstar Diaries, and then we're gonna share where people can find you as well and find your show.
Well, it's not about us. It's about you. We're on Team You, and we want to make your story vibrant and inspirational for everyone out there. And that's not a joke. That's serious. We want to make sure your story gets heard. We're an advocate for you so that you can get out there and help others. Yeah. We have our stories too, but nobody wants to hear our stories all day long. You know, we'll tell our stories, and we'll play our music, and we'll do our comedy and all that to keep everybody interested. But we really want to hear from you. Yeah. So
I love that.
Be a guest on our show. You know,
I love that, what you just said. I just want to share that you said we could share things about ourselves. Well, when I was a lead singer in a band, I loved it. Don't get me wrong, but I would get so burnt out because without knowing it, it was all about me. I even like I'd walk off the stage and stress, like I didn't do well enough. I sucked. I looked horrible. I didn't wear the right thing. I was always stressed, right? And truly, it would take me weeks to recover after a tour because for some reason, and when I learned that it's not about me, right? It truly, when I got out of that space, and when I truly felt it, you know, that, you know, it's about you, the Team You. I love that. That's so great. I'm not burnt out anymore. And I don't leave, like, I don't walk away like from this show and go, oh my goodness, like, I wonder if I had boogers up my nose, or, you know, I wonder if my eyeliner, because
you would tell us, right?
Yeah, for sure. Or
spinach in our teeth. So I just wanted to share that we're being honest, and that we want to bring value in the show, any kind of value. I love that you started. We've been watching your shows, that you always start it with some information at the beginning, at the top of the hour. And we plan on doing that too. Some insight that we've gotten from mentors or from learnings, experiences. We want to bring value because if it can save a person one heartache, one day of heartache, or some money and time, you know, like a fast track to getting well, we want to share whatever we possibly can.
Yeah. Amen. That's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh my goodness. I love just your spirits. I have to say that to you because it's just it's refreshing. Quite refreshing.
We love yours too.
Everyone out there, thank you so much. Everyone out there, listen, you have to watch Rockstar Diaries. You just got a little peek of what's going to be going on. And Tracy is hilarious. I have to say that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead. It's okay.
The Brad Pitt thing, he was at a corporate job. And can you quickly tell the story? I know we have to close out, but you have to know the Brad Pitt story.
Okay. So it was Halloween, and they said, "Hey, come into the conference room. We're going to be picking winners for the Halloween contest." I'm like, I didn't know anything about that, and there's going to be prizes. I'm like, what? So I had this name sticker in my desk, and I put on like, "Hello, my name is Brad Pitt," and I stuck it on there. I got last in line. And they went down and they had some really good costumes, like Spider-Man. Everybody was really dressed up. And they come to me and look at me like, and I go, I don't understand why everybody's laughing. And And then I won first place for funniest costume. And all I had was a sticker with Brad Pitt on it. So that's the
I love
inside
it.
joke.
Yeah.
You know.
I love it. I love it. So everyone, you'll get to see Brad Pitt on Rockstar Diaries.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Rockstar Diaries.
He's watching us right now, and he's going to be on the show too. Yeah,
That's right. That's right. That's right. We're calling for Brad Pitt. Rockstar Diaries on YouTube. You can go to Rockstar Diaries TV show on YouTube. You can also find Rockstar Diaries on Facebook. And was this the correct one here? Because this
Heart
is
Humor Harmony. Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Heart Humor Harmony on Facebook. So make sure that you go to whatever platform you like best and you can watch them there. You can also tap into their website, which is rockstardiariestv.com, and you'll be able to watch there as well. And if you want to connect with them on some coaching, or you want music lessons, right? You can go to
custom songs.
And custom songs, right? You can get creme de la creme right here on Heart Soul Revival. You heard that here on the show. You can get that right there on their website. But we love you all. Excuse me, and I'm losing my voice a little bit. We love you all out there. We thank you for joining us. Make sure that you tune in to Rockstar Diaries right here on E360 TV, on Trajectory TV at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central on Wednesday evenings, everyone, right after the Whole Living Show. So don't turn off the TV after the Whole Living Show. Make sure you stay tuned for Rockstar Diaries right after. All right, we will see you all next week right here, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Whole Living Show. Tracy, Ginine, you guys are a joy. I love you. You'll have to come back as you continue your journey on your shows. Make sure that you come back here and share some more because you're just a joy to be around.
You're a joy. You're so grateful.
Love you, Tracy.
Love you guys.